Satnam Society Library. And today's Kriya is the Kriya of forgiveness. The Kriya of forgiveness. So why don't we all start seated up on a blanket or a block just to lift your hips a little bit above the knees to open up the lower back and the pelvis. And just join me here in a comfortable seat. Just take a moment. Maybe shift the weight from side to side. Do what you need to do to fully arrive in this moment. Letting the palms land face down on the thighs or on the knees. Just take a deep breath in. Shrug the shoulders all the way up by the ears. And let a gentle sigh out of the mouth as you relax the shoulders. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Reach the shoulders up by the ears. Let the belly expand. Relax. And as you exhale, release the breath out of the mouth. Belly comes back to the spine. Let all the breath out of the body. Go ahead and do that one more time. Deeper breath than the last two. In through the nose. Belly fills. Heart fills. Ribs fill. Hold at the top. And exhale, release all the breath, any tension, any worry, any anxiety that you're carrying in your chest. Let it go. And go ahead and bring your palms to touch at heart center and just gently rub the palms together, generating a little bit of heat in between the palms. Using this as an opportunity to tune in to the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, and see if you can relax them a little bit more here. Take another deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then stay here in prayer, lifting the elbows off of the ribs. Thumb knuckles press into the sternum, sitting up nice and tall. Inner smile in the whole body. We're going to start this practice and every practice here in Satnam Society with the traditional Kundalini tune-in. So it'll take a few times for you to get used to it, and then you'll get the swing of it. The point of the tune-in is to activate all three brains, your head, heart, and gut, to bring your whole energy body online and open for this practice of forgiveness. So the chant goes like this: Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the divine consciousness within, right? You're bowing to yourself before this practice and the higher wisdom within you. All right, so palms touch, elbows lifted, exhale all the breath out of the body. And we'll inhale to chant. Om Namo Two more times. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale fully, hold the breath at the top. And exhale, release the breath. Keep the eyes closed, palms face up on the knees. Just take a moment to experience the tune-in. Keeping the eyes closed. Just taking a moment here to feel into the topic for today, which is forgiveness, and what that means for you. Forgiveness is a giving forward of yourself, of energy, of prana from the past to be fully released into this moment so that you can be fully present in this moment. And forgiveness is a risk, right? It's a risk. It's a death of the ego a little bit, right? And we live on a polarity planet, duality planet. So with risk, there also is safety. And most of us like to live in the realm of safety, which, believe it or not forgiving is the safer way. But living in a safe way can be very dangerous, right? Because then other people have our energy, other moments have our energy. So take the risk with me today and forgive. This allows you to choose the direction that you head forward in. And this allows you to remember and to trust that life exists in the ocean of love. The work that we'll do today will also help you separate from your stress response, the sympathetic nervous system, so that you can release the old story, because the old story lives in the stress response. So simply put, if we take the drama out of who or what or how or why we need to forgive, if we activate our parasympathetic nervous system and get prana flowing, we will forgive. Aho, and so it is. So let's begin. We're going to begin with some Sufi grinds. So go ahead and, if you're seated on a blanket or a block, go ahead and get off of that so that you're on the ground entirely. Legs are still cross-legged. Bring the hands, palms face down on the knees, and start to circle out, just like I'm doing here. You're really grabbing those knees, ball and mitt fit with the palms and the knees. And then as you inhale, you're sweeping forward. And as you exhale, you're sweeping back. Inhale, long, deep breaths forward. Exhale, long, deep breaths back. Sufi grinds. So you've got the gist here. Keep on flowing on your own. Long, deep breaths. And what you're doing here is you're opening up the lower back and you're opening up the hips, and the hips are legs, the ground we stand on. Those are the parts of the body that allow us to take a leap and to take a risk and to choose the road and the path of forgiveness. Go ahead and switch directions. Inhale the opposite direction. So you're still inhaling forward and exhaling backwards. Closing the eyes. Keeping the hip points steady and stable on the ground. A few more breaths here. Good, and go ahead and do one more full, complete circle, one more full, complete breath. And when you're complete with that, come back to center. Palms face up on the knees. Inhale, hold the breath at the top. Exhale, release the breath. Stay seated. Go ahead and bring your hands right onto your shins. We're going to do spinal flex. So as you inhale, you're going to pull the chest forward, rock forward on the pelvis, look up. Exhale, rock back on the pelvis, straighten the arms, relax shoulders, chin to chest. Inhale, rocking forward, opening the throat, and exhale, rocking back. So rocking forward and back. Now for this one, I'm inviting you to involve the neck, moving the neck, tucking the chin. However, if you have spinal neck injury, then keep the chin parallel to the ground and just utilize the whole spine minus the neck. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. And now you know the flow, so go ahead and close the eyes. And as you inhale and press the chest forward, think about manifesting, right? Releasing, forgiving, releasing that energy from the past, celebrating the now, the deep now and the beauty of the now, and give it forward. Good. A few more moments here. So nice and slow is better here. The slower we move with spinal flex, the more likely we are to step out of a pattern in the spine and into a new way of moving in the spine. And that's exactly what we're looking here for. That's exactly what we're looking for here, is dissolving patterns, forgiving. Go ahead and do 5 more full rounds here. Maybe speed it up just a little. As you inhale, when you're finished, come back to a neutral spine. Hold the breath at the tippy top gently. And exhale, release the breath. Give yourself a moment to experience this experience. Okay, my friends, let's come down onto our backs. We're going to come down onto our backs. Lying on the back, extend the legs, both legs and both arms up to the sky. And flex the feet. I like to take a moment to roll at the ankles here, maybe roll at the wrists, and then flex the feet. Extend all 5 fingers of each hand, engage the whole body. And we're going to do breath of fire here. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. Now, if you're on your moon or if you're pregnant, don't do breath of fire and simply do long, deep breathing. Okay, exhale all the breath out of your body. Inhale halfway and begin. Breath of fire. Okay, you keep on going here. I'll guide you through this. So you can go nice and slow, or you can go fast. Pace does not matter as much as how powerful are you in your belly here. I want you to make your belly dance. Let the belly move around. When you do breath of fire with the legs and arms up, what you're doing here is you're circulating your breath. You're circulating your blood, right? We're looking for new and fresh prana and energy if we're going to be releasing the past and forgiving. So keep it up. You're halfway there. Letting that navel center dance. As you continue your breath of fire, be sure to relax your face. All of the power from this breath of fire is coming from your solar plexus, your belly. Go ahead and do a few more moments here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill the body with that breath and hold it at the top. And exhale, slowly release the breath. Relax the soles of the feet onto the ground. And just take a moment in stillness, letting all that fresh prana circulate through the body. Okay, let's roll up to seated. Roll up to seated, whether you rock and roll all the way up or roll onto your side and press up to seated. We're going to come immediately into a reverse tabletop, or in Kundalini pose, this is known as bridge pose. But in the vinyasa world, it's reverse table. So bring the soles of your feet hip width apart, planted firmly on the ground. Bring the right hand behind you, the left hand behind you, fingertips face the toes. Right? Engage your core. Inhale, lift your hips up. So here we are in bridge pose. I want you to start with the gaze forward. Chin is ever so slightly tucked to the chest. Make sure you lift out of your shoulders. We're going to do 2 minutes of breath of fire here. Again, option to skip that and do long, deep breathing. Exhale all the breath out of your body. Inhale halfway and begin. So keep on going here. I know this is a challenging pose, but let the whole body do this pose for you. Engage the soles of the feet, the palms of the hand into that solid earth, and use the platform of the earth to lift your hips up, to lift your heart up, to lift out of the shoulder joints. Press the shin bones forward. Press the quads and the thighs up to the sky. Engage the glutes and the lower back. Now, if you need a break, take a break for a moment. You can drop the hips. You can take a deep breath. And then when you're ready, you get right back into it. We're halfway there. You're doing awesome. Now, with your neck, you can keep the slight tuck in the chin to the chest, Julandhara Bandha here, the throat lock. Or if the neck allows, you can look up to the sky, creating a straight spine. Neck becomes an extension of your spine. Now I find sometimes this is just a little taxing on my neck, so sometimes I alternate between straight and bent. Good. You guys have about 30 more seconds here. Keep it up. Again, we're not focused on speed of breath of fire. We're focused on the power of the breath of fire. Our Kundalini practice really teaches us what do we do and how do we react when we are poked, provoked, and prodded in a pose. This is a perfect example. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Take a deep breath. Lift the hips more. Fill the lungs more. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale like a deflating balloon. Come to seated. Easy pose. Hands in Gyan Mudra. Thumb and index finger touch, relaxing the whole body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let yourself fall into the ocean of love here. The ocean of love. All right, we're going to stay seated. If you enjoy sitting up on a blanket, go ahead and do so to lift the hips ever so slightly. Now what we're going to do for this one's a fun one. Go ahead and tuck the thumbs into the palms and then wrap the fingers around the thumbs like I'm doing here. And then you're going to draw the arms into the body here. So the palms are facing up, elbows are tucked into the ribs. So this is the inhale position. Okay, inhale is through the nose. And then you're going to exhale slowly through the lips and punch your right arm forward like this. And as I do that, I'm flipping my palm down. And then I inhale, draw it back. And then I exhale the other arm. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale the other arm. Inhale, draw it back. You guys got it. So keep on flowing through that. I'll guide you through it. Eyes can be open or closed. I really want you to put some skin in the game, right? Really put some grit into there. I want you to, in your mind's eye, imagine this person, this circumstance, this situation that you want to forgive and work it out. Beat that which beat you, right? Claim it. Forgive. Okay, we're going to stay here, but we're going to go double time. Keep on going, really exhaling forcefully out of the mouth, inhaling, pull that arm right back to you. Don't let the increased speed throw you off center. Stay grounded, right? Belly engaged, face relaxed. Inhale, draw both arms in towards the body. Squeeze the thumbs. Hold the breath. Exhale, release the breath. And now we're going to do both arms, just one round, slow. Inhale, both arms punch forward. Inhale, exhale. So keep on flowing through that on your own. This is a martial art, right? And in ancient times, martial arts were healing arts. They are still healing arts, right? So using this microaggression in an intentional way to beat that which beat you. Equalize the score and release the story, my friend. It's time to release the story from your sympathetic nervous system. It's time to release the story from your fight or flight. Go ahead and dial it up just a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull the arms in. Take a deep breath. Relax the thighs. Engage the belly. Hold the breath. Holding, holding, holding. Engage Mula Bandha. Engage root lock. Whenever we hold the breath, engage root lock. And then exhale, release the breath slowly. Let that be cathartic, releasing the past. Thumbs and index fingers touch Gyan Mudra. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Okay, this one's an interesting one, and it's surprisingly challenging. So go ahead and extend the legs out in front of you and just give them a little shake. We've been seated with crossed legs for a while. And then keep the right leg extended and pull the left leg into the body. So you're pulling the sole of the left foot into the body. The right leg is either flexed or pointed on the foot. Either way, pick one. And then you're going to embrace the pulled in leg, either with both hands, like I'm doing here, or in an embrace, grabbing opposite elbows. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Bring the elbows into your rib cage. And then on the inhale, you're going to lift that extended leg. And we're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Long, deep breathing. It's going to get challenging, my friends, but again, the point of Kundalini Yoga is to serve as a very short period of irritation in the body, because then we notice, what's the inner dialogue? Do we give up? Do we feel defeated? Do we get frustrated? Do we get angry? What comes up in these spaces? 5 more seconds. 2 more breaths. Inhale, smile on the face, lift the leg up a little higher, and then exhale, release that right leg, and then immediately pull that right leg into the body. Extend the left leg long, flex the left foot, embrace the right leg, and begin. Inhale, lift the left leg off the ground, just an inch or 2. Sit up nice and tall. Sometimes I find if this is getting too challenging for me, I will switch the position of my arms to sort of switch it up a bit. Now remember, we're doing long, deep breathing here. Interlacing the hands or grabbing opposite elbows. You've got 5 more seconds, 2 more breaths. You're doing so good. And release. Release, release, release. We're going to do it on the other side again. So extend the opposite leg out, pull the opposite heel in without any thought. Get right into it. Let's begin. The timer is on. So why are we doing this pose in this Kriya? What you're doing when you're pulling this leg in, you're embracing the leg in, is you're connecting back to your gut brain, your intuition. And the gut brain is the space that we connect with people, right? It's how we digest life. 5 more seconds. 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the leg just a little bit more. Smile on the face, smile on the body. Exhale, release without any drama or thoughts. Switch to the other side and begin. Inhale, lift the leg. Let's go. Last side, last round. So again, what we're doing here is connecting to our navel, our center of power. We're resting our energy in the dantian, which is the center of energy just below your navel point, right? So connect to the gut, the nutrition of connection, how we digest life. 5 more seconds here, my friends. One more deep breath in, lift the legs, smile in the face, and exhale, release the pose. Come back to easy seat, option to sit up on the blanket, hands in Gyan Mudra, face relaxed, breathing in and out through the nose. Once again, letting yourself fall into, surrender into the ocean of love. All right, we've got 2 more poses. So come on into what is called crow pose in Kundalini Yoga, but you may know it as yogi squat. So however you choose to get there works for me. We'll meet there. And so go ahead and come into crow pose. The toes are turned out at 45, just a little bit wider than hip width apart with the heels. The arms are on the inside of the thighs, and notice here my palms are touching. Now, if this is not accessible to you, you can always come and sit on a block and still do this pose. All right, so here we are. This is the exhale position, my hands in prayer. You're going to inhale, open the arms out wide like I'm doing here, and maybe slightly open the chest and the throat. And then on the slow exhale, return the hands back into prayer. Through the nose, both breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, hands in prayer, coming back to heart center. All right, you guys got it? So feel free to close the eyes. We're going to be here for a couple minutes. Long, deep breaths. Really embracing life on the inhale, and then drawing all that is sacred back into your heart, and maybe even just pausing in that sacred moment on the exhale. Long, deep breaths. Moving nice and slowly. Halfway there. As you inhale, what you're doing, my friend, is you're embracing what is unforgiven. And you're not saying that the action was okay, but that you forgive it. That you choose to release your energy, your life force, your attention from the past, from this situation. So you inhale to embrace what is unforgiven, and as you exhale and you bring your hands back together, you pray for forgiveness, and you pray for ease and grace and the ability to forgive. And we connect in this moment, in this pose, in this Kriya, to the heart center, the space where we give and receive and serve, the space of sharing, the space of caring. 10 more seconds, 5 more breaths. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top with the arms open wide. Engage Mula Bandha, so squeeze your pelvic floor, hug the root. Exhale, hands come back to prayer. Let all the breath out of the body and hold empty here. Hands in prayer, hold empty. Squeeze out all that breath. And at the bottom of your exhale, engage your root, engage Mula Bandha, and send any prana up the spine. Good. Go ahead and release the fingertips to the ground. Inhale, come up to standing. Find a forward fold. And I know the hips are probably feeling some type of way here because we were in yogi squat for 2 minutes. So just take a moment here in your own way to release. Maybe you pedal out the legs. Maybe you give one leg a shake and then the other. Maybe you sway from side to side. Just take some breaths here to release and rebound. Beautiful. Okay, our final posture here. We're going to stay in a standing fold and just follow my verbal cues and what I'm doing on the screen. So you're in a fold and your torso is parallel to the mat. So I'm going to come to the side here so you can see what I'm doing. So from the side, I look like an upside down L, right? Not a broken umbrella or some sort of weird angle. My chest is parallel to the ground. And I'm going to open the arms wide like I'm doing here, like I'm flying, right? And just take a moment to bring awareness to your hips. Bring them right over your heels, right? So notice if they're back or forward, hips stacked above heels. So arms are open. This is the inhale. The exhale, you're simply going to wrap the arms back in and give yourself an embrace on the exhale. Upper body, torso stays parallel. Inhale, reach the arms open, and exhale, embrace. Opposite arm on top now, right? So inhale, open, exhale, embrace. Now I like to start off nice and slow, so go ahead and join me here. I like to start off nice and slow and really channel that flying energy, right? That freedom, that lightness of a bird. And that's the energy we feel when we have fully forgiven. And forgiveness, my friends, is a daily practice. It takes time and commitment and intention. And it takes learning how to do it. So inhaling and exhaling, I love this one so much. Make sure you're really planting the feet into the ground, lifting the arches of the feet. And again, this is an embrace. This is an embracing. Every time you pull your arms in and give yourself a hug, a squeeze, you are embracing the moment. This moment, the moment in the past, the moment that's coming in the future, exactly as it is, regardless of what it's made of. Right? This is the unconditional piece, embracing the moment, regardless of what it is. Long, deep breathing, keeping the belly engaged. When you give yourself a big embrace here and you're moving the arms in the way that you are, you're stimulating your brachial nerve. And your brachial nerve is a part of the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response. It runs down the sides of your rib cage underneath your armpits. So you're giving your relaxation response a little massage here. Let's do 5 more seconds, a few more breaths. Stay strong. Make sure you're not sagging in the torso. Take one more inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Arms open wide. Soar, soar, soar. Look forward. Smile. Hold the breath. And exhale. Release the breath. Come into a gentle forward fold. Knees slightly bent. Palms, fingertips planted on the earth. Relaxing in this forward fold. And then come all the way down to kneeling. We're going to come to a kneeling rest. Come to a kneeling rest. Feel free to pad underneath the knees or the heels if you need or want to. Close the eyes, let the palms face up on the knees. And again, my sweet friends, let yourself bask and bathe in the ocean of love. Inhaling the mystery. Exhaling the history. Inhaling the mystery. And exhaling the history. We're going to come now into our final resting pose. Really beautiful work today on this Kriya of forgiveness. Come into your Shavasana. Go ahead and cover your eyes with an eye pillow or a scarf if you'd like I'm doing here. Feel free to bring a rolled up blanket underneath the knees to support the low back, or sometimes I like to place the blanket over my belly for some grounding. Take a few deep breaths, a few long, powerful exhales. Maybe wiggle the toes, wag the hips, move the neck from side to side, and fully land in this moment, in this final resting pose. You'll hear the Tibetan bowl, and I'm going to use the sound of the Tibetan bowl to guide you through some slow, very slow, deep breaths. So when you hear the bowl, I want you to inhale. And then when you hear it next, that's when you exhale. Let's begin. Exhale. Exhale. Just follow the bowl for the breath. Long, deep, relaxing breath. And then let it all go. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you stretch the arms overhead, arching the lower back off the mat. Hold the breath at the top, my friends. Sip in a little bit more. And then as you exhale, really exhale the history. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. Go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. In Kundalini, after Shavasana, we rub the palms and the soles of the feet together like I'm doing here to really activate the energy body, seal in the practice. We'll take a little cat stretch here, so keep the right knee hugged in, extend the left leg out long, and take a twist across the body. So knee crosses the body, opposite arm extends long, look over opposite shoulder. Take a deep breath into this juicy twist. Come back to center. Take it to the other side, hugging an opposite knee, crossing the body, extending the arm, looking over the shoulder. Take a deep breath into this yummy twist. We'll always do cat stretch after Shavasana in my Kundalini Kriyas. Come back to center, hug the knees into the chest, grab behind the thighs, and start to rock up and down now. Back and forth, back to the shoulders, up to the hips, rocking and rolling a few times, opening the eyes now, allowing yourself to come back into this world. And then meet me here seated, coming all the way up to seated. If the eyes open feels a little too much right now, go ahead and close them, no problem. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls, a few neck circles. Just land in this moment, and when you're ready, meet me here in prayer. Palms touch, elbows lift. We're always going to wrap up our practices with the chant Sat Nam, which is truth, is my identity. How beautiful is that? We're going to do it one time. So exhale all the breath out of the body. Inhale fully. Sat Nam. Inhale, bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye. Take a deep breath, put a smile on the face, hold the breath at the top. And as you exhale, release the hands to the mat, the third eye to the mat. Stay here for a few breaths in gratitude to this practice, to our teachers, to the ability that we get to learn how to forgive and that we have people to forgive. On your next inhale, come back up to seated, hands in prayer. My friends, the truth in me sees and honors the truth in you. Satnam. Thank you so much for joining me.